Well, hello. Welcome once again, everybody. Welcome to Red State Relocate. My name is Jason Clark, realtor here with EXP Realty. Hey, look, if you have the blue state blues and you want to get out of that blue city and that blue state, you let me know. I'm going to help you not only sell your house, we're going to get you moved, we're going to help you buy a house in Red State America. But guess what? Guess who also Red State relocated themselves? I'm sure you read the title. That's right. Chevron, ladies and gents. Chevron just announced a few days ago, based out of California, that they're leaving. They're going to move their corporate headquarters to Houston, Texas. All right, so not a big shock. Apparently, those within I've been reading up on this. Obviously, Houston's a big oil and gas a region for sure. I guess it's no shock to a lot of the employees. They said this has been hanging over their head for a while. They're finally decided to do it, but it's still unfortunate. It is still, I think Gavin and all these, these elected politicians in California are downplaying this, but you can't downplay this. This is a major move. I mean, we've already had. I mean, let's face it. We already had Tesla, right? Most of Elon's companies, right? Tesla, X, SpaceX, a Boring Company, right? He's moved them all out of California. Oracle left. Hewlett Packard left. I did a video a little while back on Reese Foods. They're the largest manufacturer of frozen burritos. You know, the frozen burritos you get in the grocery store. Their largest manufacturer of frozen burritos, and they moved to Texas here, I don't know, a couple years ago. But here's the thing: like when we talk about Reese Foods, Reese moved 125 jobs, and that's a lot of people. And I would not discount anybody anywhere. And they're from the Central Valley, by the way. So Central Valley, California. Dinuba is where they were from. My family's from there. My mom's actually from Cutler. My mom's family. I'm half Mexican, by the way. So they're all from Dinuba, Cutler, Orosi, that whole area. That's all my family over there. So 125 jobs for that area. That's a hit, and Chevron, based out of San Ramon, is relocating. Well, as I say, is moving. They're shutting down and they're losing basically. In San Ramon, they're losing 2,000 jobs. 2,000 people are going to be without a job here in the coming years. They said they've got a 3 to 5 year plan here. But guess what? When you're losing your job, man, 3 to 5 years goes by pretty quick, And so I just think about that. I think about walking into a room and there's 2,000 people, and they're all out of a job, and I didn't realize this. I did a little homework, on Chevron, but I didn't actually realize that Chevron was actually started in California. We think about the South and all the oil and natural gas, or oil and gas, in that region. But Chevron actually started in California. They started. I wrote it down. Is the California Star Oil Works in 1876. Man, they started in 1876. And you know what I thought about? I thought, man, what has happened in California since 1876, right? We think about the 1906 earthquake, right? They're based out of San Ramon, so they're in the Bay Area, right? They survived, think about multiple major earthquakes, massive earthquakes, the 1989 earthquake, right? They survived World War I, World War II, the Great Depression, right? Think about all the wars, right? The economic, or the big, I'll say, economic recession of the late 80s, right? The dot-com bust. They survived all of this stuff, and yet they could not survive Gavin Newsom and these dirtbag Democratic politicians in California that just cannot seem to get their head out of their ass and try to attract, and at least not even attract. They don't even attract business anymore. Let's face it, the days of Bill Clinton and Al Gore, back in the dot-com days, at least they were trying to attract and encourage and invest in business. Man, we're a long way from those Democrats. They are, like I say, no longer trying to attract business. They can't even keep businesses in California anymore. And not even to talk about San Francisco alone, right? We're thinking about Walgreens and Safeway, was Anthropology, I believe it was called. Remember that clothing store? They have lost so many businesses just in San Francisco. and they cannot seem to keep business alive in California, and it just really goes to the leadership of California. And it's no wonder why Kamala here recently trying to decide who she wanted to pick as her VP. Gavin Newsom's name was mentioned, but I guarantee you his butt wasn't even in the top 10. I mean, when you lose 2,000 jobs, I mean that is crazy. Gavin's been pushing this carbon neutral. I think I wrote down he wants to be carbon neutral in California. Carbon neutral, okay? Yeah, okay. Just think about that. By 2045, all right, that's 20 years. I mean, that 20 years is a blink of an eye, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, when you get to be my age, an old guy like me, I'm old, man. I'm old. I feel it. But 20 years, man. Look back 20 years. That was 2004. Come on, man. That was like, I don't know about you, man, but 2004 feels like yesterday to me. And for Gavin Newsom to really think that he's going to be quote unquote carbon neutral by 2045, what do you think message that sends to these gas companies? And then on top of that, with the inflation and everything that was going on, he was accusing these gas companies. In California, gas is pushing $7 a gallon. And he's blaming the gas companies. He's blaming companies like Chevron, saying that they're quote unquote price gouging. Remember, he was blaming them, and it's kind of interesting. You go, okay, you're price gouging in California. How come Chevron isn't price gouging in Nevada or in Arizona or anywhere else in this country where gas is half the price per gallon that it is in California? It was a pretty weak argument. But look, I'm sure Chevron saw the writing on the wall and said, look, between the regulations current regulations on the businesses, how difficult it is to be in business in California, much less be a oil and gas company in California. Look, they're not dummies. It's one of those things where you go, if you don't want me here, right? I won't be where I'm not wanted, right? And so, unfortunately, they decided to move 2,000 jobs to Houston. Now the refinery that's actually in where's the dang in Richmond? That's right, Richmond. Been by it a million times. I should know that. The refinery apparently will stay open for now. Apparently, okay. So the jobs there at the refinery are fine, but who knows? I mean, right? I mean, if California is going to make it more and more difficult to just refine oil and gas, they're going to be out of there. And so those of you that work at the refinery in Richmond, man, you might want to start getting that resume freshened up, or you call me. Let's move you to Texas. Let's get you over there. Which I guess, I mean, I didn't plan on this. This wasn't in my notes. But look, this is why my business exists. All right, this is why I have Red State Relocate. I say this all the time that I really truly wish that Red State Relocate wasn't needed. I really truly wish that we didn't have to move people out of California to these red states, right? 2,000 people going to Houston, or not 2,000 people going, but those jobs are going to Houston. I'm sure some of these people are going to move there. I would, if I worked for Chevron and I was living in San Ramon and they gave me an opportunity to go to Houston, I'd be all over it, man. You could go live a pretty good life, go buy yourself a nice house, But like I say, man, it's unfortunate. I really wish I could just be a regular old day-to-day realtor, send you the things in the mail, call you up on the phone, just do the regular traditional stuff like most realtors do. But you know what? I saw a need in California, and I saw that people were really desperate to get out of there, and not only are these companies desperate to get out of there, man, people are desperate to get out of there. And this is why, when you have leadership like Gavin Newsom really just making it just so difficult to live there. I posted an image here a little while back. NASA had taken a picture of California from outer space. It was right after it had been raining. They got this nice wet winter, and it was a beautiful, beautiful picture of California. And it was all green. You see all the desert of Nevada and Arizona, right? Utah. It's all just it's all desert, and then there's this beautiful green strip, and these snow-capped mountains and this green valley. And it just looked amazing. And, my thought at the time was that, California is so beautiful, such an amazingly abundant state. And it's like only Democrats, You know what I mean? Only these California progressive Democrats could make that beautiful, beautiful state just absolutely unlivable for so many people. And now it's unlivable for Chevron, you know? So congratulations, Chevron, for getting out of here. The thing about Chevron, too, and I made a note here, is that, if we think about big companies, or we think about the natural gas or oil and gas business, you might think maybe they're maybe a little bit more on the conservative side politically as a business. Chevron in California was not. Chevron was one of the first. Well, I'll say this: Chevron allowed same-sex benefits, okay, for their employees. All right, before California did. All right, before California allowed same-sex benefits or benefits for same-sex couples, Chevron was ahead of the curve on that. And so the California is pushing out businesses that are even friendly to them, that wanted to be friendly to them, that were progressive type, maybe politically aligned business. I'm sure probably a bunch of people that work there probably donated to Democrats. And so even businesses that are trying to be friendly to Gavin, they can't. Right? It's like, I can be your friend up to a certain point, but when you start costing me money, we got a problem. And I think that's what happened to Chevron. They just finally said, you know what? We tried it. We tried to be here, but we just can't do it anymore. Congratulations to Governor Abbott in Texas, man. He's been doing a fantastic job of attracting businesses to Texas. Now, look, I've got a little bone to pick with Texans. And you know what? And here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to link that video at the end of here. If you're still watching, stay to the end. I got a video about Texas. I go off on Texas. I mean, I got a bone to pick with them because they haven't been so friendly, to the people of California that would make good neighbors for them. That vote just like them, but instead of being open and hospitable and welcoming to, the millions, honestly, the millions of Californians that would help keep their state red. Instead of being, generous and nice, that Southern hospitality, they're pretty much just dicks. You know what I mean? And get this whole, don't move here, Californians, we don't want you thing. So I kind of go off on them a little bit in a video. I'll link it up here. It's kind of more fun than anything. But look, people like myself, right? Like myself, I was looking to get out of California. I was looking at Texas hard. Hey, what do you think, Texas? Do you think Red State Relocate would have been a good business to have in your state? I mean, I know I would have been proud to say, you know what, Red State Relocate is based out of Texas. But guess what? It's not, because y'all were a bunch of dicks. And you're saying, don't move here. We don't want you, Californians. So guess what? I didn't move there. All right? Could have been a voter. Could have helped keep Ted Cruz as your senator, okay? You know what I mean? But where was I going with that? I don't even know where I was going with that. Losing my train of thought. But anyways, enjoy the video that I'm going to link up at the end of this. I'll wrap it up. I'll just say, hey, thank you. Thanks, Governor Abbott, for being an awesome governor. No thank you, Texas, for not being so nice. Start being nice, Texas. Oh, that's what I was going to say. You know where people moved to instead? Not me, but you know where they went? They went to Florida. And Florida's been kicking ass. All right, talk about that in my video. But once again, good job, Gavin. Congratulations, Gavin. You're doing a really, really bang-up job there. You got the highest gas prices in the nation. You got the highest taxes. You just passed AB, was it 1955, where you now allow the state to take children away from their parents if they don't go along with your gender-affirming BS. Man, you're doing a bang-up job there, Gavin. Over 1 million people have left California. Over 1 million people have left California in the last 4 years. Gavin, keep doing what you're doing. You're going to continue making me richer and richer by the day. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is a quick one. I just want to bang out this video. Chevron's out of here, man. Chevron's out of here. Hey, when are you going to be out of here? When are you going to be leaving California? When you're ready to get out of California, you let me know, and I'm going to help you do it. I will personally be working with you. Okay, I'm not going to pawn you off, okay? I will personally work with you to help you sell your home and buy a home wherever it is you're going. I'm with EXP Realty. Amazing, fantastic brokerage. All right, all you realtors out there, you're looking for a good brokerage, I'd love to have you join us here at EXP. Be part of this amazing network of realtors that I work with. We're doing a bang-up job. Well, Gavin's doing a bang-up job. We're doing a great job. You know, I said I was going to do these videos every day. I think I think I'm regretting it right now. All right, y'all. Have a good one now. Take care now. Bye-bye.